Alright, what's going on, guys? Boy TG, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to part 6 of my New York Rangers franchise mode series. You missed the last episode. Hurricanes took us out of the second round. So we hope to get a little redemption here in part 6 and win Stanley Cup in part 6. So without further ado, gonna go to edit lines. Alright. So the first line is Alexi Lafreniere, Austin Matthews, and Mikko Rantanen getting a +2. Second line is Capo Kakko, Mika Zibanejad, and Artemi Panarin getting a +2. Third line is Tyler Bertuzzi, Morgan Frost, and Jack Quinn getting a solid 0. Fourth line is Ryan Strome, Vincent Trocheck, and Michael Bunting getting a solid 0. Defense, Jacob Chychrun and Adam Fox getting a solid 0. Second pair, Philip Hronek and Keandre Miller getting a +1. Third pair, Esa Lindell and Brandon Carlo getting a +1. And the goalies are Igor Shesterkin and Ilya Samsonov. So we're going to try and hopefully win the Stanley Cup in part 6. This franchise mode series. We won one already. We'd like to win another one. So without further ado, let's get to it. All right, guys, so we reached the end of the season with a 53-24-5 record with 111 points in the division right there. So let's go. Actually tied with the Hurricanes for 111 points. We'll see who leading point scorer is, and that is Austin Matthews with 92 points in 82 games, 52 goals of the year. Let's go. See how everybody else did. So Austin Matthews got 92 points. Mikko Rantanen with 86 points. Adam Fox with 75 points. Artemi Panarin with 72 points. Alexi Lafreniere with 61 points. Mika Zibanejad 58 points. Tyler Bertuzzi with 48 points. Capo Kakko with 45 points. And Philip Hronek with 45 points and so forth. Check out the entire league now. And Leon Draisaitl led the way with 128 points. So congrats to him. Most goals. And Jack Eichel with 57 goals. No way he's doing that in real life. Most assists. Leon Draisaitl leads the way with 80 assists. Most points for defensemen. And Cale Makar with 78 points. Actually tied with Quinn Hughes right there for 78 points. Rookie skaters. And Paul Vetero with 73 points. Could take home the Calder Trophy. Go to team stats now. Finished first in division. And we finished first in league. So we take home the President's Trophy. Like I said, with tie with Carolina right there with 111 points. But we take home the President's Trophy nonetheless. We'll go all the way down to see who could have squeaked in. Canadians squeaking in at number 20th. And who finished last? And the Senators finished last in the league. Tough to be a Senators fan. But anyway, we're going to sim to the playoffs, see who we face. Hopefully win another Stanley Cup. So without further ado, let's get to it. All right, guys, so up against the Montreal Canadiens in round 1 Stanley Cup playoffs. These two teams faced each other in the playoffs before in real life. 2014, they went up against each other in the conference finals. In 2017, I believe, in the first round of the 2017 Stanley Cup playoffs. We're up against them here. Sim the first 3 games, see how we do. Okay, leading the series 3-0. All right, can we win game 4 and sweep the Habs? And we don't. We lose right there. All right, can we win game 5? We don't win game 5. Okay, so the Habs are trying to make a comeback in the series. Game 6 win. And we do take game 6, so let's go. Getting a little bit worried there for a second, but we hold on for the series win. And we're up against a familiar foe. Carolina Hurricanes took us out last episode. Look for some redemption right here. Going to stem the first 3 games. See how we do. Okay, up in series 2-1. Can we win game 4? We do not. We lose 4-2 right there. All right, can we win game 5? And another overtime loss. So our back's up against the wall, guys. Down 3-2 in the series. We need to win the next 2 straight. First period, that is not a good start. 2-0. Second period, 2-2. Let's go. The boys answer right back with 2 goals of their own. Let's go. Need another goal in the third if we want to stay alive in the series. Come on. Somebody ought to put it away. Somebody from our team. Last minute goal, maybe. And we don't. All right, it's going to overtime. I hate to do this, but who is going to pull out the OT goal? And it's Alexi Lafreniere. Let's go. Game 7, back at MSG. Alexi Lafreniere is the hero in overtime. Let's go. I'm getting a little bit worried there for a second. But we pull it out in overtime. Game 7 at MSG. First period, 1-1. Okay, Kaapo Kakko scoring for us. Nature's for them. Second period, Kaapo Kakko again. Hopefully he picks up the Hattie in the third period. Can Kaapo Kakko score the hat trick to put this one away? Or just any player from the Rangers in general. I really don't care. But it will be cool to see Kaapo Kakko get a hat trick in the third period. And it doesn't happen, but it doesn't matter. We hang on for the win against the Hurricanes, and we move on to the conference finals. Got ourselves a little bit of redemption there in round 2 against the Carolina Hurricanes, especially since they took us out last episode. And we're up against the Tampa Bay Lightning. It's in the first 3 games. Okay, leading the series 3-0. All right. Can we win game 4 against the Bolts? And we do. We sweep the Tampa Bay Lightning in the conference finals. And we go on to take on the Colorado Avalanche in the Stanley Cup Finals. So what we didn't get in 2022, we get right here. Avs and Rangers, Stanley Cup Final. It looks like we're up in the series 2-1. All right. Can we win game 4 against the Avs? And we do in overtime. Back-to-back overtime wins. Game 5 at MSG. All right. First period, scoreless. Second period, scoreless. So 2 scoreless periods right there. We need a goal in the third period to put this one away. Let's go. Avalanche and Rangers going at it. What we didn't get in 2022 in real life, we get here in NHL 23. Could have been Avalanche and Rangers in real life, but that's not the case. And we are going to overtime in NHL 23. We're going to hop into the game. We're going to score the OT goal, put this one away. So without further ado, let's get to it. All right, guys, so we're in overtime right now. Here comes the Avalanche in, and a good save from Igor Shesterkin. Here's Mikko Rantanen coming up the way. Imagine if we score the OT goal with Mikko Rantanen against his former team as I throw in a shot on goal, and that's turned aside. Mikko Rantanen, oh, man, not what I meant to pass it to, but he gets the puck back. Got tangled up with a few Avs defensemen. Austin Matthews throws in a shot on goal. That's denied. Imagine if we score the OT goal with Mikko Rantanen against his former team. That would be something right there. He gets body checked by one of the Avs players. Poke check from Artemi Panarin trying to take the puck away from Nathan MacKinnon. It's Mikko Rantanen, and what a save from the Avs netminder right there. Good stop. Mikko Rantanen with the puck back again. And good pass save right there. Turns away the shot. Imagine if we get the OT goal with Mikko Rantanen against the Avalanche. We are just throwing in a whole bunch of shots on goal at this point. Anything that we can do to get the puck to stay in the Avalanche zone. Cale Makar with the puck now. Pass it off. Here's Barban. I don't know how to pronounce that. Good save from Igor right there. Let's go. Need to get this puck out of our zone. Alexi Lafreniere with the puck now. Coming in. Pass across and Mika Zibanejad scores. Mika Zibanejad, the OT winner, and the Rangers win the Stanley Cup. Let's go. I would have liked to score it with Mikko Rantanen, but it doesn't matter. Mika Zibanejad, the hero in overtime, and the Rangers win the Stanley Cup against the Colorado Avalanche. Let's go. That was a good 2-on-1 play. Get the puck out of our zone. Alexi Lafreniere one-times it over to Mika Zibanejad and pops it in for the game-winning goal in overtime. Let's go. And as you guys just saw right there, Austin Matthews wins the Conn Smythe Trophy. Let's go. There's the Stanley Cup back in New York once again. Back in the Big Apple. You love to see it. All right, here's Artemi Panarin going to get the Stanley Cup from Gary Bettman. And he's going to raise it high for the New York Rangers fans. Stanley Cup back in New York. And I see that Artemi Panarin has the same hairdo he had when he was on the Chicago Blackhawks and Columbus Blue Jackets. So EA did not make a change to that. I actually like that hairdo better than his one now. I actually like that one better than the one he has now. But anyway, Austin Matthews gets to lift the Stanley Cup, winning it as a New York Ranger instead of the Toronto Maple Leafs. And we're going to give this off to Mikko Rantanen. He didn't score the game-winning goal against his former team, but he gets to hoist the Stanley Cup. We're just going to let him run around with it. Hopefully he doesn't drop it like one of the Avalanche players did last year in real life when the Avalanche won the Stanley Cup in real life against Tampa Bay Lightning. I don't know his name, but one of the Avalanche players had dropped the Stanley Cup. And it had a dent on the end. We're going to pass this off to Kaapo Kakko right here as he gets to hoist the Stanley Cup. Let's go. Skating around with it for a little bit. And now, here it is, guys. The moment we all been waiting for. You guys seen this many times throughout my franchise mode series when I won Stanley Cups with different teams and all the other stuff. You even seen the season mode. Stanley Cup team pick. Fortunately, you don't get to see the Stanley Cup animation in season mode. I almost said singles mode for a second. You only get to see the Stanley Cup animation in franchise mode, but not in season mode. So, yeah. But anyway, New York Rangers, Stanley Cup champions, once again. You love to see it. All righty. Let's go. All right, we're going to exit out of here. Mika Zibanejad with the game-winning goal. I would have loved to score it with Mikko Rantanen against his former team, but as long as we get the overtime goal and as long as we don't go to a Game 6 or Game 7, that is all right with me. 3 straight overtime wins right there, but we get the overtime win to win the Stanley Cup. Let's go. Going to go to the awards now. New York Rangers, Stanley Cup champions, could have won it 3 straight times. It had been for the Hurricanes taking us out right there. I really do hate that. But anyway, we win our 2nd straight President's Trophy. You love to see it. Individual awards, Art Ross goes to Leon Draisaitl. So does the Hart. James Norris goes to Cale Makar. Lady Byng goes to Jack Eichel. Calder Trophy goes to Vetero. Conn Smythe Trophy goes to Austin Matthews. Vezina Trophy goes to Spencer Knight. And so does to William Jennings. Bill Mashton goes to Thompson. Jack Adams goes to the Jets head coach. Frank J. Selke Trophy goes to Cardwell. Ted Lindsay Award goes to Leon Draisaitl. And the Reese Rock-Richard goes to Jack Eichel. Go to the playoff tree now. There you guys see our run. So we beat the Habs in 6, beat the Hurricanes in 7, sweep the Lightning, and of course win the Stanley Cup against the Avalanche. Avalanche, their playoff run, they beat the Jets in 5, beat the Coyotes in 5, beat the Flames in 7, and of course lose to us in the Stanley Cup final. And that's going to do it for this part, guys. That's going to do it for this episode. So if you enjoyed this video, hit it with a like, hit it with a subscribe button. Stay tuned for part 7. I'll see you guys next time.